It's Mrs. Keeley here with your STEAM Lab at Home Bingo Challenge. Which challenge will you try to complete next? Hey kids, are you ready for the next STEAM Bingo Challenge? Do you see the challenge? It's a fort. The Build a Fort Challenge. Use blankets and chairs to build. When you finish, read a book inside your fort. Using chairs and some blankets, build a fort. And then when you're done, you can read inside. All right, come on in and check out my cool book fort. All right, so in my dinosaur fort, I'm going to read In the Days of the Dinosaurs, The Nesting Place, a book I got from our library. All right, so this is The Nesting Place by Beverly Rendell. Illustrations by Ben Spivey. Long, long ago in the springtime, a big herd of Mesosaurus was on the move. More and more, the Mesosaurus walked out into the forest and down to the nesting place. There were a great many old nests beside the lake. The nesting place was enormous. Many of last year's nests were broken. The Mesosaura took mud from the old nests to make new ones. Longhead, a young mother, worked hard. She had a big pile of mud. She scooped it out and lined it with the leaves. In the picture, can you tell who Longhead, the young mother, is? There she is, because it said she's lining the nest with the leaves, and that's what this dinosaur is doing. So I think this is Longhead. Now that her nest was ready, Longhead could lay her eggs. Around she went, around and around the nest, until she had laid 20 eggs. Then she put some leaves and some sand on top of them. The sun and the leaves would keep the eggs warm until the babies were ready to hatch. At last, weeks later, Longhead could hear the little cries. Some of the eggs were broken. Some of the babies were starting to push their way out into the sunshine. The babies were too small to walk around. They were too small to find things to eat. Longhead had to hurry away to get food for them. But when Longhead left her babies, a fast little meat-eater dinosaur saw her go. It ran between the nests and past all the other Mesosaura. Then it darted over to Longhead's nest. Oh no. When Longhead came back, she chased the meat-eater away. 2 of her babies had gone, but Longhead still had lots of babies to feed. Oh no, he got some. That's what happens sometimes in the wild. She fed them with little ferns and sweet green leaves. Some of the leaves had little beetles on them. The babies like to eat leaves and insects. So it's like they're getting their food groups. Like we eat meats and vegetables to get our vitamins and minerals, they're having their vegetables and meats. Weeks went by and the babies grew bigger. Every day their legs grew stronger. It was time for the herd to move on. Longhead was lucky. She had 8 young ones left, but some of the other mothers on the outside of the nesting place had only 2 or 3. All the Mesosaura and their young ones went off together to feed in the forest. The enormous nesting place would be empty again until later next year. The end. All right, so that was In the Days of the Dinosaurs, the nesting place, that I read in my cool little fort nest. So have fun finding some chairs and some blankets and build a little nesting place of your own to read a book in. Bye.